Our next speaker is Sumit Jalan, political and financial strategist. Oh, excuse me. Vineet Budki, sorry, from Sigma Capital. Sorry about that. I skipped a line.
Good morning, guys. Is it working? Yeah. Good morning, guys, and thank you for the invite here. I see chairs getting empty and people on the phone. I think we need to get them off the phones now. So, guys, before I start, actually, there was a good question someone asked me outside. Why did I come here? And let me ask a few people around here, like, why did you come to this anniversary celebration? So, maybe you. Why did you come here? Yes. Come on, we're waking everyone up. Everyone's on the phone. We need to get them out of it. So,
the future is going to be a place where people can express their freedom, and liberty. So I come here to the 10th anniversary. I'm very honored to be here.
Have you been here before?
First time.
First time. How do you like it so far?
Amazing. It's an amazing place, amazing people.
Cool. Anyone else? Can we have, who do I catch? Can we have you? Why did you come here?
Thank you. It's the only right place to be if you really want to build a better future. And getting the information about Liberland, if you get to know and understand what we are doing here, then the consequences are you must be on the team and build this, not only here, but it will affect the world in the future.
Have you come here before?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe the last one. Maybe that lady in the back. Why did you come here? Her or whoever, just. Yeah, she's from
So why
Norway.
did you come here? What are you doing in Liberland this weekend?
I am from Czech Republic.
So why did you come here? What was the reason to come to the 10th anniversary?
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't speak English
Okay,
very
cool.
well.
Maybe we can ask someone here. Maybe we can ask him. Yes, sir. Sumit, why did you come here?
I really want to be part of this remarkable moment of the 10th anniversary because I wasn't there when it was first built. So I think this is the future. And being part of the future to start with, it is remarkable. So it is my pleasure to be here. Thank you.
So for me, I do 4 conferences every month. After I leave from here, I go to Moscow for a conference. I'll end up in Singapore. I'll go to LA. So for me, there was a particular reason to come here. The reason was 12 years back when Bitcoin was started, conferences were like this. There were just 50 people conferences. And that excitement that getting started was something that was important. But then 12 years later, Bitcoin is where it is right now. And how does it go there is the most critical part. When people like this come over here, how do they strategize? How do they give real inputs that lead to something? Your whole objective to come here is because you think that this will be a future country. But the point is, are those points in place that will make it a future country? I think it only takes 5 countries to recognize a country so that it actually becomes a country, right? 5 or 10, right? What's the number? I wouldn't know that. I haven't built countries. So if it is those 5 countries, how do we, I saw the brochure over there and it said clearly that the Argentinian president sees to it that, he believes in this idea. So why can't we get that vote? How many of us are helping to get those votes? And we can go to Bhutan, we can go to Seychelles, we can go to Maldives. Point is not about Bitcoin as an idea. Point is how do we take it to where it is? What are the key steps? When I hear that 10,000 people have agreed to pay $10,000 to come and buy a passport, that means $1 billion. I'm pretty sure we can buy that island out for less than $10 million. So the point is, what are the steps? And this is the whole thing. How many of you have seen the Founder movie? The McDonald's story, Ray Kroc. You hate Ray Kroc, right? He's commercial. But you understand that he took that small shop and made it into McDonald's, what we call about. A lot of people hate Steve Jobs. He actually commercialized what Steve Wozniak was building. The point is, this is a great idea. And 10 years later, if this becomes a real country recognized by the UN, you would be happy that you are here today. So So how do we move away from it being a memory that we went somewhere and, nothing happened, to it being actually the Bitcoin of the future and being that country? So, when I just heard somewhere that, they said that ethos is important. Culture, ethos, people, returning people, believers is the most important thing. But you believing in something and actually contributing to that becoming a reality is the more critical part. So for me, the whole objective to come here was just to see what's happening, understand, and maybe be part of it somehow to land up somewhere. So that's a bit about me coming over here. So quick question, how many of you, raise of hands, have bought Bitcoin?
Yes, of course.
See, still a lot less people. Still a lot less people. Okay, now the interesting one. How many of you have actually used crypto to do a transaction? Okay, yeah. In a lot of conferences, there are just raise of 2 or 3 hands. I was in FII in Miami, and we were on this panel with all the senators, and they said, we want to regulate stable coins. I asked in that room of 30 people, how many of you have used a stable coin to pay for your coffee? Only 3 hands raised. So the government wants to regulate something for 3 people. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen. So, okay. And how you? So good. We have a few people who have used Bitcoin over here, who have used them to transact, not to speculate, because most of the people around the world, when I meet them and I ask them, what does Ethereum do? They have bloody no clue what it is. They say it's a way to transfer money. Unfortunately, it is not. And that's what, education about what you are trying to do. For me, my part in what do I do? I'll tell you that in a bit of a time, is to educate people on why is crypto not a magic coin? People all think that someone goes and makes a cryptocurrency which becomes $1 billion worth. No, there are people behind it, and there are real people. Like I have invested in, one of my investments was Sui, which was the guy who built Facebook. He was the head of Facebook technology, was building Libra project. A very well-known guy. In the end, that Sui, $5 million ended up becoming 100 million transaction. There are real people behind a project. And I think the whole part is, who are the real people here behind this project, who believe in this project and are going to take it to those 5 countries and see to it that this gets approved. So, just like you believe in crypto in 10 years, I think you need to believe in Liberland now and start giving value in. So that's a bit of about why I'm here. And quick question, what do I do? That's a good one. So, if any one of you has any synergies. I built 2 VC funds, Web3 VC funds in the Middle East. One was known as Phoenix VC, and the second one was known as Cypher Capital. I've done 300 plus investments. I work with a lot of founders. Founders are just like Liberland, young people trying to change the whole world. And I'm building a new fund, which is a $100 million fund again. And I think I'm using the same things which I preach. I got the best people on board as my advisors. Carmucci is on board. Michael Turpin is on board. I got all of those people. I got a lot of capital on board as well. And the whole objective is, how do I see to it that the future generation of Web3, people in Saudi Arabia think that crypto is haram. For them, they don't understand that when you invest in equity, you're investing in the future revenue of a company. And when you invest in token, you're investing in the future process. So that's what I do, invest in Web3 projects all across the world. And one idea which I gave to El Salvador as well was, why don't we get those 20 projects to act, you saw what happened in El Salvador. Tether set up an office there. Tomorrow, if we go to Croatia, probably buy out that land, get them to recognize us, get 10 people to set up an actual office in Liberland. Value comes, recognition comes. So maybe, we can associate people not to just give a presentation, but actually have a full-time office here and do some operations, like El Salvador. Tether is doing that. So those are my 2 cents. That's what I do, and great to be here, and would love to meet people and explore synergies. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vineet. That was really interesting, some great ideas there.